Time to Talk Tuesday, where your local realtor, Antonio Newton, discusses the local market and common issues, providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners.
Hi, my name is Antonio Newton, your local realtor with the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, and welcome to Time to Talk Tuesday. Today's episode, we're discussing buyer representation agreement. Do you need one? What is it? And if so, why is it important? So stay tuned because we're going to go into great detail in today's episode on the buyer agency agreement. But before we jump into that, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and last but not least, hit that bell so that way you get notified of all of our video content when it's released. This includes all of our Time to Talk Tuesday episodes, our After Coffee series, our monthly market stats, as well as Home of the Day, and any other video content that we release. And please remember, this is your show. I do this for you. So if you have any comments or questions, please put them below, and I'll respond as quickly as possible. And if you have a topic that you'd like for me to discuss on an episode of Time to Talk Tuesday, let me know. Shoot me a text or give me a call or an email, and I'll be happy to discuss that topic in detail on a future episode. So, buyer agency agreement. Do you need it? If so, why? What is it? Well, what it is, do you need it? As an agent, I say yes, you do. Because in my experience, I've seen where people who don't have it, sometimes issues can occur and then they have no one to advocate or to bat for them in those situations. And it can be very time consuming, sometimes it can be very costly, and at the end of the day, it's the buyer who suffers. So what is a buyer agency agreement? Well, what it is, it's a legal document that is a contract that puts you as the buyer in relationship with a brokerage and a buyer's agent. So now y'all are tied together, and really you guys are a team that's working together for the mutual benefit of you to help you secure a property that you want to purchase. And of course, with that agreement, then the agent's going to be compensated as well. So in this, it also helps manage and set expectations, which we'll get into further. But the first thing it does is it helps you receive a higher level of service. So once you enter into that buyer agency agreement, you now become a client. And as a client, you get client level services. There's certain fiduciary duties that by law, we as realtors have to provide for our clients. Now, if you have not entered into a buyer agency agreement, that doesn't mean that you can't talk to a real estate agent. That doesn't mean that you can't have a real estate agent send you properties. But as of right now, you are a customer. You are not the priority right now because you don't have that client level service. So do you want to be a customer getting properties from real estate agents, maybe even multiple real estate agents? But are they your priority? Are you their priority? Or do you want to be a client where you have that fiduciary duty and you have that contractual agreement where they are tied to you and you guys are working together in tandem as a team? So the benefit to that is you get more without paying more. So some people say that having a buyer's agent is free, and that's not the case. But how it works is many sellers have already agreed to pay a buyer's agent commission. A buyer's agent commission is the responsibility of the buyer, but as mentioned, many sellers have already agreed to pay that. So that doesn't have to come directly out of your pocket. Now keep in mind, as a buyer, you will also have to bring a down payment depending on what type of loan you use, and you'd also be responsible for your own closing costs. And sometimes your buyer agent can even help negotiate some of those closing costs as part of the transaction. Now, this doesn't mean that you can look at all properties, because if the seller is not paying that buyer's agent commission, you can either choose to not look at those properties or know that that buyer's agent commission would have to be a part of your offer price or get that negotiated as part of the deal. But anyway, to make sure that you have the information so you can make the best decision as possible. It's also going to help you avoid misunderstandings. So you know that this buyer's agent is working for you. You know what to expect from them. You know about the communication level that they're going to provide. And then also, they know what to expect from you, mainly being loyalty, that you're going to work exclusively with them. And it's also going to help you guys in terms of your mindset. You know, there's so many things that come with the home buying process. One is the lender figuring out the best loan product for you. You got USDA, you got VA, you got FHA, you got conventional, and then there's certain in-house programs, and you got down payment assistance programs. So having someone that can help you go through the nuts and bolts and why FHA in this situation may be better than conventional, or why conventional may be better than USDA. And their job isn't to make the decision for you, but to let you know the pros and cons, once again, as a team, so that you guys can work together to, one, first secure financing, and then use that to put you in the best position to secure a property. And not only that, but also time is money, as you've heard before, and being able to set up showings and schedule showings. So can you imagine if you wanted to look at 5 houses and you had to call 5 different listing agents to set up 5 different showings at 5 different times? So a buyer's agent can help you navigate that. The houses, as we do, we'll set it up so we're not backtracking, so we make best use of your time. We'll meet you at property A. We'll go from property A, B, C to D. Being able to help you save time is going to help you save money and make the experience so much smoother for you. And once again, that's another benefit of having a buyer's agent. And just going to the listing agent isn't smart. The listing agent has that seller as a client. So if you go directly to them to purchase, and this is whether you're purchasing a resale or new construction, whether it's Stanley Martin or Great Southern or D.R. Horton or Mungo, that on-site agent is representing the builder. Now, of course, they have to do certain duties for you as provided by law, but that builder, that seller, is a client of theirs, and you would only be a customer. So you're really getting ministerial services, so to speak, in regards to how you're being represented in the marketplace for purchasing that property. So having a buyer's agent would help in that regard. Obviously, they take classes on being a negotiator as well as ABR and different designations and education and classes so that we can understand how to best represent buyers in the ever-changing marketplace. For example, like right now, we're in a hyper seller's market. So therefore, being a buyer's agent, in order to secure you a property, there may be certain things that we need to implement to make sure your offer stands out from the other offers that a property may receive. But without the training, without the class, without that knowledge, who's going to help represent you in a multiple offer situation? How would you make your offer stand out? How would you make your offer stand out without jeopardizing your position, being obligated to purchase if there was a major issue? Well, having a buyer's agent to help and use their professional experience to guide you through this process could really be invaluable. Not to mention they have professional contacts. You know, being a buyer's agent, they worked with buyers before, so they have home inspectors, they have HVAC inspectors, they have contractors, they have fence people, they have roofers, they have different people that they can call upon to help you through the process to understand, one, if there's issues with the home that you're buying and how much those are going to cost. Should it be fixed by the seller or should it be fixed post-closing? All of these things are important information. Not only that, what inspections to get? Now, there's a lot of information that's out there, but really having a local agent that knows this local market could really be invaluable, once again. And then not only that, to help you stay on schedule. So most time, if you're purchasing a house, you may have another house that you have to sell. You may have a lease that is up that you have to be out on a certain date. And in many real estate transactions, there's challenges or hurdles that have to be overcome. Now, if you're still working and you still got to pick up the kids from daycare and take them to soccer practice or cook dinner or do this or that and the normal things that come with life, will you have time to navigate through all of these things as well? Maybe, but maybe not. So why not have somebody who can help shield you from that to make the process as smooth as possible so that your life can continue to run and you can move and pack and set up your utilities and all that, and they can handle some of the intricate details and help navigate through some of these challenges and some of these hurdles that may arise. So it's important that they help you stay on schedule, One, so you don't lose any money, but then not only that, so it's a smooth transaction. Because ultimately, we want it to be a smooth transaction for you. We want you to find the house that you love. We want you to get a great and fair price. And we want you to be able to tell your friends and neighbors how well we did so that hopefully we have the opportunity to represent them in any real estate transaction as well, as a client, not as a customer. So the choice is always yours. Do you want to be a client or do you want to be a customer? But having that buyer agency agreement, that is going to ensure that you are a client and you are represented to the utmost in any real estate transaction that you're a part of. So if you want to know more specifically about how you can be a client and how you can work with the Newton Group and our team here to help you, and this is whether you want to buy in 2021 or 2022, please give us a call. You see my number here, 803-608-2597. You can text me. You can reach out to my email as well. And I love to just sit down and have a conversation, a consultation with you. One, to see if we're a good fit, see what your needs are, but ultimately see how we can help you accomplish your real estate goals. So thank you so much for watching today's episode, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video.
This episode of Time to Talk Tuesday was brought to you by the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, where nothing works until we do. Look for our episodes every Tuesday where Antonio Newton discusses the local market and common issues while providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners. If you'd like to reach out to us, we can be reached online and on land at area code 803-608-2597. So until next time, here's wishing you all fair winds, following seas, and gentle tides.